Welcome to MeatballCraft, episode 29. There's lots of bits and bobs I want to be getting on with today, so let's get started. If I'm not mistaken, I should now be able to assemble this. Hopefully I brought enough of all the blocks, I think so. Or hopefully they're not too close now. Should be fine, it should be fine. This core should provide us with a lot more power storage, like impossible to fill amounts of power storage, which is perfect. We should have enough blocks. Oh yes, perfect. And then they definitely have enough awakened draconium. Okay, that's the whole thing built. I'll put the energy cores and then we'll see how it goes. And there we go, it's activated. It's filling up with our 5 million RF. It stayed, I think it kept the stuff we already had. Yeah, capacity almost infinite. 2.5 thousand years to fill this one up, which is perfect. Plus it's orange, so it matches the cool draconic place. Oh no, we're picking up holographic ore from over here. Don't want to do that. Oh wow, lovely. I'm very pleased. Now we shouldn't ever have a power storage problem ever again. And it also looks cool. The next one we want to make is Liquid Madness, which is fairly simple, but we do have one small problem. To make the Liquid Madness, you basically magma crucible a fragment of madness. However, I mean, this is fine. We can get void seeds really easily, blah, blah, blah. The problem, however, is we can't do Thorncraft in a compact machine. It says on the tooltip, so therefore we're going to have to do this another way, which is annoying because I didn't want to build this thing out in the open. It is a 5x5x5, so it's a little bigger than I wanted in that sort of area. And I think, yeah, this one's fine though, because as soon as we get the formic replication stuff going on, we won't have to bother with it. So I can temporarily make this. It does mean we don't need the compact machine, I don't think, for any part of this. So I'm going to pick it up and put it somewhere else. Yeah, Liquid Madness, this one. So I'll take you and we can just use you another time. The penultimate liquid has been automated. So to start off with, we have a mechanized Essentia smeltery, which cooks up Vitium crystals to make the essence. This is actually quite a good way to do it because it doesn't overcook if there's nowhere to put it, which is why it's going to be good for the other ones as well when we finally just get to using these instead of all these complicated things. This goes into the Carmenite Empowerer. I did steal these from the Formcraft Tower because I couldn't be bothered to make them, so need to remember that. We are making void seeds such as this. We take void metal out of the ender chest, it's crafted into void metal blocks, it's put in a phytogenic insulator with the void seedling, and it makes void seeds. These then go into the Carmenite Empowerer 16 at a time so we can have a nice buffer, and this cooks very, very, very slowly, and eventually it produces a fragment of madness, which is cooked immediately and made into Liquid Madness very slowly. This is by far our slowest system, I think. It just takes a long time just because of this thing. I can upgrade it if I had some improved maze stone, but I don't have that. I'm not quite sure how to get the maze breaker is my problem. I know where the questing ram is, I just haven't done him yet. So yeah, that's pretty good going. And we now only have one left, but just also happens to be the worst one. I found out where all the extra power is coming from. This has been buffed in the recent update. It used to produce only 1 million RF per tick, now it produces 4 million RF per tick. So that's why we have such a big influx of power. So I mean, this is even more worth making now, because a million was a bit but I just kind of wanted to, but 4 million is pretty decent, I think, at least for now. To start off the final liquid, we need to have a production of liquid honey. So I've just taken some of these rocky combs, which I have quite a lot of. They are being centrifuged into honey drops and beeswax, and then fluid transposed into honey and propolis, and the honey goes into an ender tank. It's not the biggest or fastest system. I don't quite know how much we'll need. It's for the mandrake. It's 100 per 4, so we won't need too much, I don't think. A while ago I was wondering what the answer to this puzzle was, but I think if we use the Captain Sparkler with oak planks, this is what works. Oh, I thought this was how you get the sparkled. Craft the right wood planks with the right weapons. This is not the right one. I'm so sure this is the right one. How strange. I figured it out. It was sacred oak planks, not just normal oak. I should have known that. But yes, perfect. Puzzle solved. Over here we have a dragon fire crucible, which is being used to make primal mana, and also mana dust, which is used for the liquid witchcraft. So the metal comes from here into a pulverizer. It is combined with prismarine and redstone, and its input 64 is put into this ender chest, and the rest is put into the dragon forge, which then makes the primal mana. Here we have an automatic liquid witchcraft system. So we start off by taking mana dust from the other system and put it into a phytogenic insulator. This makes mandrake. and also mandrake seeds, which I do need to get rid of. They go into a witch's oven, as this is way easier than making the honey smelter. It's just a bit messy. This uses coal, which comes from an EMC link, with the mandrake and empty jars to make wood ash and liquid witchcraft. That goes down. It's outputted down, it just does that. This leaves the wood dust, we don't need that, but the liquid witchcraft goes into a crafter with empty bottles to make the liquid witchcraft bottle that we need. That goes into one drawer. The empty jars, also produced by this, but go into this drawer and then go straight back into the oven so that we always have a supply of empty jars. That's a completely closed loop for that. And the liquid witchcraft that we have now produced gets put into this chest, awaiting further production. I'm very glad I just tried to automate the witch's oven rather than making the honey smelter oven, which the fatal flaw in that was the shielded honey bricks, which I could mostly completely make apart from the honeycomb ingot, which requires a bee to make, and I didn't fancy doing the bee breeding, so this works completely fine. It's not a problem. It's a little slow, but it'll be fine. I've now mostly set up the nether steel looms. The only problem is we're waiting for the liquid witchcraft to be able to actually start it properly working. So we have the first nether steel loom, which is taking in the liquid witchcraft. It needs 64 of each. I don't know why it's not producing, maybe it's not chunk loaded, and that will be mixed with string, which goes on this side to produce the witch's stitching. The witch's stitching will go into this nether steel loom over here, as well as stone ichor, which is made similarly to the other one, apart from we have a villager trader making the stone ichor, which then gets turned into the bottle of it in this crafter. He's very, very slow, but it's fine, and the clay jars just end up here. This one makes grey wool just with the string, which goes into this side, so there's two inputs for grey wool, one for stone ichor and one for when this finishes producing, and this will make us the alchemist fleece that we need to put into the mythical crucible to be able to make the ethereal fabric. Finally, we're very close. The problem was this area hadn't been chunk loaded, which was why we didn't have enough liquid witchcraft. Hopefully now we will have enough, and then we'll be able to produce what we want. The good thing about this recipe is that when it does craft, it will get us 3 stacks of alchemist fleece, which is going to get us not that much ethereal fabric, but more than we a sufficient amount at least. And eventually when we get into this, 4 will make us 16,000, so we're getting there. Now we have some of the alchemical fleece or alchemist fleece. We can put it into our mythical resource miner or resource crucible, and it will output us the ethereal fabric that we want. And that's it. It had quite a few steps, was quite a few multi-blocks and a little bit complicated, but we have done it. We have automated all of the fluids that we could possibly need for the second shell of the mythic miners. And it took quite a long time, but we did it. I think our next task is more chickens. That's quite a lot of chickens that I would like to make. However, we have now got an interesting solution to chickens, which has only just become available, and that is the lovely chicken. And the lovely chicken is interesting. It produces lovely eggs. If we surround a chicken from roost, it will max out its spawn stats. So, like a seed, it will 10-10-10 it to produce things faster, and this means we can put them in a roost and have them produce eggs that way, which is a little bit better than these giant multi-blocks that we have at the moment. So I am very, very tempted to set up a lovely chicken and then repurpose some of Laszlo's lovely house into a different sort of roost, since I don't think we'll be needing these in the future after that. Yeah, I think that seems like a better solution, because we need to make a lot more eggs. This one is 6 different eggs, so it seems just beneficial to us be able to do it a little bit more compact. To be able to actually make use of a lovely chicken, we do need the chicken catcher, I think. I'm not quite sure how this works. I've not really played with the actual chickens in the roost, unless I can just put the egg in the nesting pen, but this says to surround the chicken, not the spawn egg. So I assume I spawn it and then I catch it with my chicken catcher, and that's how it works. I'm not sure, but we're giving it a go. So yes, I've had to make the aware queen, and after she's run through it, I'll be mixing her with the imperial drone, or not imperial, the ethereal drone, to get the spirit princess, and the spirit princess should produce us soulful combs, and the soulful combs are used to get soulful wax, which we need to make this to get the essence of the shallow grave and the essence of lost time. To make the actual lovely egg, we need to put an egg, some resplendent ingots, and then the awakened cores into a rolling machine, and it should get us the lovely chicken egg. Ooh, I'm going to do the test of placing the chicken and picking up with a chicken catcher with this egg when I have it, because it was easy to make. I'm just setting up the multi-block for the mechanized coop, or the normal coop, the roost. This should we created an Ifer and awakened draconium ingot inside, and we should get 4 from this. It's a little expensive just because of the amber, and I mean, to be fair, also the petrified wood. I wish there was a better way to get petrified wood, but it's mostly just the cold iron forge or from this, which we can't quite make, I don't think. Not quite yet, I don't think. So there we go, we got 4 roosts. I think we got some from a planet as well, so not too bad. We're gonna need quite a few. We've got quite a lot of eggs, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure if I want to make a new building or just keep it in this one. This one's obviously got lots of mechanized coops in. I probably will take most of them down after this, but then we don't need such a big building. I don't want to tear this down because I like Laszlo the chicken, he's cool. But I'm not quite sure what I fancy doing. I don't know if I should just leave this here as some sort of like monument or if I should make like a separate little area. Not sure yet. With our sulfur wax, we can make the essence of lost time like so. Oh, we're out of... Oh, just because this is in my inventory, not in the system. Essence of lost time and the essence of death. If we combine those with some wither skeleton skulls and the dragon egg, we can now get the essence of scorn for full oblivion. And now we can make the chicken catcher. Perfect. Let's give this a go over here. So I assume that places the chicken down. Is it too babyish? Do I need to give it seeds? Will this make you grow chicken? Oh yes. Well, let's make it an adult. Okay, adult lovely chicken. Right click and we get the lovely chicken in this, and I assume temporarily I'm just going to place this down here. If I plunk this down and put him in, he's working. Oh, this is going to take a very long time. Every 7 minutes, I think, is what it said. Can I put mending on this? Yes. So we'll wait. Hopefully we'll get the lovely eggs. I don't know what the percentage chance is. It might take an hour for us to actually get what we want, but once you do, we can upgrade the lovely chicken and then we can progress on from there. While I'm waiting for lovely eggs and amber, I have found this cobblestone that we can actually make with the Mark of the Arbiter, which we made ages and ages and ages ago. I didn't have any uses before. It was the one where you had to use like the pumpkins to tell what to make it with, but I can't do it because I'm in the wrong thing. But if I take the shards and put these in the normal crafting table over here, we should be able to craft this. Now we're in hard mode. Yeah, so let's give this a go. We come to the failed Corestone Island to see if we can actually spawn this here or not. Ferratu. Oh, interesting. We haven't been there for a while. Here we are in Ferratu for the first time in quite a while. So let's place this down over here. Okay. Oh, well, this is interesting. I have a lot of these crystals, which is nice because quite annoying to get from the Lunium farm, so I'll happily take all of these. We also have lots of fluix. I don't really know why. Anything through here? We don't need the fluix, but I'm curious. No. Okay, and then there's some buttons on the floor. Should we try them? I might mark each one as we press them so I don't get confused. Oh, hello, wizard. Oh, you sell things. Master wand. Condensed diamond powder. How do I make that? Okay, well, that seems pretty good. Can I keep spawning you, I wonder? Or have I just summoned you for no reason? Well, I assume all the other ones spawn villagers who spawn other... Well, it spawns villagers who give me other ones, so I won't click the rest of the buttons, but that's nice to know if we need a wand for anything. You stay there, Supreme Wizard. Done. I thought this was a different Corestone that did this, but evidently not. It was just this one. This is over here, which is just... Oh yeah, we could have done it quite a while ago. I think it's fair. I mean, we had to be in hard mode, but it was pretty cheap, so fun. I also have the ingredients to make the Grand Musician Corestone now, which I was going to make before, but didn't, because I thought it was the thing that gave me the ones, but I don't think it does. So let's see what this one does. I assume we won't be able to open it in the overworld, but we'll go to the island just in case, see if it works, and beep. Oh, it did work. Oh, there's an evil button. Hello, Grand Magician. Oh, you send me Grand Magic. Oh, you're nice. I like you. Thank you for my Grand Magic crystals. I think I will snatch you. So now we've got a little bedrock block on this. So yeah, maybe it was better if we hadn't opened it in the overworld, but that's alright. I'll just leave it as a little floating bedrock block and remove everything else around it. I want to do another warp stone, and that is the Undead Botanist Corestone, which is fairly easy apart from the Eldritch metal plates, which we can get from the Eldritch Crab Corestone, which is made like this. And these are ancient altars, which means we have to craft them. I don't think we can pick them up in the world. I did have a look and see, but everything suggests that that's just not something that you can do. So we're going to make them. It shouldn't be too hard, really. These all have EMC. We have enough of everything, and I'm just getting the Essentia right now, so hopefully it won't take too long, but it could take quite a while. We'll see. While I'm waiting for the Essentia and the lovely eggs, I am trying to get some Blades of the Dreaded Queen. And I've got 2 so far, which is perfect because we need 2 for a callstone for the gambling addiction prison key, which is new, I think, in this update. I want one for myself because I think it does better attack damage than the base sword I have currently. I don't think it can be super enchanted itself, but if I put the enchants from my current sword on it, I think it's going to be pretty good. So I just need one more and hopefully we'll get it fairly soon. So our old sword did about 47 damage and this one does 67 damage with the same enchants. I have taken the knockback off. I don't think I want the knockback, but that makes the sword a bit better. I've also just repaired these two just so that we can use them in the callstone without a problem. We should now have everything to be able to make the 12 arcane or ancient pedestals. Hopefully we don't lose anything in this, but it's going to take a little while because we have to make 12 and this isn't the fastest thing in the world, so I'll come back when they're made. Our lovely chicken has now produced 8 lovely eggs, which is very kind of it. So if I just combine the chicken with the eggs like so, yeah, they are 10, 10, 10 and should hopefully work a little faster. Oh my goodness, it was a lot faster. That was definitely worth it. So now we'll let this little gal run for a while until we have enough lovely eggs so that we can upgrade all the other chickens when we get round to it. Not only is the chicken very, very fast, but she also produces 3 eggs at a time, which is pretty nice too. We now have all the ancient altars that we need to be able to make this callstone, so if I just do this, this should work. Yep, so I'll just wait for that to craft. And there we have it, 1 Eldritch Crab callstone. I'm not sure where this is going to be spawnable, so I'm going to try over here. I'm going to not do it near this. I think having too many of the command blocks from this in the same sort of vicinity is a bad idea, like the radius or whatever, so I'm going to go all the way over here if we can and try it out. Maybe it won't even be in this dimension, we'll see. So let's try it up here. Oh, the emptiness. What is the emptiness? Okay, I've come to the emptiness. It's the Thorncraft dimension and we're gonna give this a go. Let's just do it up here maybe. Oh, that's another fracture. I don't really want to do it on a fracture up here. Okay, here we go. And we have some arcane pedestals and a button. Let's press the button. Oh, hello crab. I assume I meant to kill the crab. Oh my god, it jumps on your head. Oh dear. Well, let's just try and kill it from up here maybe. Terrifying. Is it gone? Oh, is that the void? That's the void. Well, I'll spawn it again and kill it so we can get what we want. I've made it like this, so hopefully it can't jump on my head like this. Okay, that seems to have worked. I should have probably blocked the top up a tiny bit more, just because, oh, if I break this, it's probably going to jump straight out. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Now it can't jump and we should just be able to, yeah, we can just whack it like that. Perfect. Okay, it's just about dead, so I'm just going to whack up this and it's dead. And we got the Eldritch metal plate. So I guess we have to kill him a few more times. I suppose we can steal one as well and just spawn him, but we only need 4 plates for now, so I'll spawn him another few times and get what we want. Okay, we're now able to make the Undead botanist callstone. We have the Eldritch metal plates, the silky forest, the leaves are from Silk Touch on just some forestry trees in the world not grown by you, and some a transmuting comb, and we have it. Again, not sure where to spawn this, so I'll try the overworld. Okay, so I think I've come far enough away from the other place again, so let's try this. Oh, it did work. And we have Kekimoroses. Oh, that's nice. And what are these? Gomoralises. Okay, well, I'll take all of these first, and then we'll press the button. Hopefully it's a villager and not a boss, but we'll see. Oh, it is bad. Very, very bad. Oh, and the little guy's fallen off too. Well, let's try and kill all these first, and then we'll trap him in a hole. He's trapped. I've got him stuck down here, so I'm just going to kill him nice and, well, as fast as I can with the shuriken. Okay, we're going to finish him off with the sword because I don't want to blow up his drops, and there we go, he's dead. And what did we get? We got a Crimson Bright book and the Vegetarian Sentient Meatball, which I think is the thing we were kind of aiming to get. We also got some of these Undead wings, which, they're used to make another callstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think there's quite a few of these. That'll be fun to do. We can do that now, I think. Can I, does this do anything else? That's all that. So let's see what this does. We should have everything ready for the infusion. So if I just chuck this here and right click, we should be good to go. And there we go, our next callstone, which is the Forbidden Garden callstone. Right, let's see if this works in the overworld or not. It does. What do you get here then? A lot of saplings from forestry. I assume these are all useful ones that we want. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure why we needed it. Interesting. Yeah, well, good to have, I suppose. To make the next callstone, we need a Sigil of Luck, which is made like this, and I'm missing 2 cactus. Perfect. Okay, we can now make the gambling addiction prison key if I would get enough intestines out of my storage. There we go. 1 core stone. I, again, don't know if this is an overworld one, but I'm quite intrigued. Since gambling was added in the latest update, I want to know what that's all about. Okay, we've got to be in the nether for this one. I've got my core stone, so let's give this a go. Ooh, how do I become rich? Heads or tails? All I do is win. Children belong in front of slot machines. If you lose, go again and double it. 99% of gamblers quit right before winning big. Lotto totems. Ooh. I assume this is what we are gambling with. Intestines, a lotto banner. Lotto men drop tokens and ultimate farms are a thing. Okay. Scrap boxes. Not quite sure what that means. It's just the 3. Wait, is this going to be the lotto man? Oh no, it's a gambling addicted meatball. I assume we have to kill. Oh dear, he's exploding. Okay, well, I'll get him killed. Go in the hole, please. Into the hole. Oh, yes, into the hole. The gambling meatball man is just about dead. We're going to give him a few whacks and he's dead. Oh, and we've even upgraded our shuriken a bit more. So we got his gambling sentient meatball, which is used to make, ooh, lucky boxes? I'm not really sure what this is. You can get different Aether lucky boxes. Twilight Warrior. Oh, I have to throw this into the thing, so I need to make a lot of cosmic meatballs to do this. But, intriguing. Oh yes. Does it tell me what these do? No, I guess it's part of the gambling. Curious. I've made a little setup in our original chicken house for the chickens. I've put quite a few roosts in. We have 1 spare. I can also make this side the same, but this is completely full of all the chickens that we already had made. I took out all the mechanized coops as well to be able to make these ones. They've all been 10-10-10'd by the lovely chicken over here. Most of these are the ones that make the eggs for the Advent of Ascension ores, which are all going into a tank at the storage place at the base so I can process them. The automated processing for that I'm still not happy with, so I'm going to put some patterns in and just have it manual for now until we have a better supply of gemstones or garnets. I think that's better. We also have, this is the powers chicken eggs, which just go into the place they've always gone, and over here we have our mythic processing that we had from before, so that's pretty nice. I think they're producing less eggs but faster, so I think it works out nice and evenly, and we have the lovely eggs just going straight into here. This can go and move now, so we can 10-10-10 all the future chickens, and I've made the list of all the chickens that we want. I've turned off the plasmatic condenser for now so that we can make these quicker, and we can get the uranium chickens, cold iron, yellow gemstone, and all the other gemstones, the lion chicken, mistite, crystallite, polonium, and palladium, which we're gonna need in the future, or the very close future. I've now also managed to make all the rest of the chickens that we wanted, so we have things like the blue gemstone chickens, the crystallite chickens, uranium, red gemstones, lion, cold iron, etc, etc, polonium, palladium. So they're all cooking up and are just going into the same place all the other ones are. Welcome to the pulverizer of fine mineral dust. We want to make fine mineral dust, and it's advised we automate it, so what better place to automate fine mineral dust than in a pulverizer? And why do we need fine mineral dust? Well, it is used to make primal ogreite from molten ogreite. So what does this do? Well, primal ogreite is used in lots of different things, to make hearts of Pixonia, to make star metal alloy ingots, to make vital lymph, etc, etc, etc. So it's important that we have a steady supply of it so that we can use it for all these crafting recipes in the future. So that's why we are going to automate all the dust required for it as best we can inside this pulverizer. There's a secret little door on the side. We can go in. I have added a bit of a power cable around the edge. We have the inputs and output sides because I just thought it looked cool like that. And we have started one of the processes up already, and that is the first dust, which is basalt dust. That's a very simple process. You just need to use the manufactory to grind down basalt, and then we'll put it in a crafter eventually, and it will make a small pile of basalt dust. So that's the first one ticked off the list. I have also started the production of brass to make small piles of brass dust, and we will continue on like this. Not all of the dusts are as simple. For example, small plutonium is best from an industrial grinder with uranium ore, which you can get from one of the miners. So I will continue on making all these dusts, and then eventually we'll be able to put them up into this tank up here, which will be connected to a packager and an unpackager, which will automatically craft this for us. Additionally, I have upgraded our resource miner to the final tier, tier 6. This is because we need a couple of the ores that this gets. For example, now we can get sphalerite and pyrite super easily, as well as sodalite, which is, I think this is the one that we wanted specifically, but sodalite is used to to get a sodalite dust, which we need a small pile to be able to make this. So that was an important one for us to get. We also needed the sphalerite and the pyrite as well for the, I think sphalerite and pyrite dust is required for this. I'm not entirely sure, but I think so. But either way, it was useful to upgrade this. So now this is working pretty fast and we will be able to extract the things that we need when it is convenient. So I'll continue automating the dusts and we'll come back when at least a few more of them are finished. It's been a little while later, but I think we have automated the dust. So come into this mess. Yes, I did get rid of the staircase, and also I put this in the wrong place. I thought I'd need more machines, but we have automated all the small piles of dust and we are combining it upstairs. So let's try and go through a little bit of this. Most of it's fairly simple. For example, anything with an EMC link is just being pretty much ground and then turned into small dusts in crafters. We have a few where we have to make an alloy, such as the brass or electrum over here. We also have things like chrome, which is just coming from the seeds that we have. We also have lapis, which is a little different. We pressurize that into lazurite plates and then manufacture it. We also have a few ores. Oh, this one's obviously having a problem. I'll need to sort that out in a second. But some of the ores just get ground into their respective dust by manufacturers and put into the crafters. A few of them are byproducts of ores. So we have tungsten ore ground for manganese dust. We have uranium for plutonium dust. We have aluminium for bauxite and also for the pulverized aluminium, and cinnabar ore for the cinnabar dust. So that all goes on down here. Upstairs we have the actual crafting system. Everything gets put into this dank, including some of the byproducts that we don't need. This is then sent into 3 different crafters, and this is a little bit more complicated. When we encoded the pattern, it shows there's 3 packages needed, so therefore 3 packages. We have all the dust from this package going into one packager, all the dust from this package going to another, and the final ones into another packager. These are all done through limited item filters. I have limited it based on the numbers shown in there, so it's quite simple. It's all being powered by this ME controller and quartz fibers, so it's not taking up any channels. The outputs from this are being imported into this unpackager, and this just exports into a drawer. I saw this on the Discord, and that's how I knew how to set up this system. You can also do it with drawers and drawer controllers. I just thought the dank looked a bit neater, and I just really like the danks, to be honest. So yeah, that system works, and as you can see, we are making fine mineral dust completely automatically. And most of the stuff is really easy to get. We've got quite a lot of it. It's a bit slow, not entirely sure why, just from the exporting of the dusts, but no, it's gone pretty well actually. So yeah, nice little simple system. Ultimate dust made. Yes, the inside's not the greatest, but it's all functional. This problem only needed fixing by me putting an extract speed upgrade onto the conduit. Now it works completely fine and we're not having a problem. These are all keeping up really well. That's why I've used test locators, just so it can export from the crafter fast enough and into the dank fast enough without causing a backlog. But yeah, I'm really pleased. I'm just so glad the system worked so easily and so well, and we've already got 29 fine mineral dust already. So it's all worked perfectly. In terms of next steps, I'm not quite entirely sure what to do quite yet. I would like to go back and have a look at these quests. I would like to get a Kikoku. I would like to figure out some of these things the purity offer. This leads to the orchid and the recursive powder. I think that would be a good step. I also want to go to Apachisi, and to go to Apachisi we need 2 more mythic machine cases because we've only got 2 at the moment. And I automated the chickens specifically for this reason as well, because things like the arc coil we will require palladium and polonium, and for the rainbow lens we need the rainbow gemstones. So it's a good thing that we have now automated them, so we should be able to at least put on the correct crafting what we need to get the mythic machine cases. I might make just a couple myself just so we can go to Apachisi, but I think I would like to go there next, and then we can go back and have a look at some of the other quests that we haven't got to. We still do need, and then after that we can proceed with this, which would require lots of confusing things like the of Pixone, which I haven't really got into, but that's what we need the primal ogrite for as well. So lots to be getting on with, but I think Apachisi will be our next goal. However, that's going to have to wait until the next episode, so thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.